welcome back to News Geelong on this Friday evening, and as we look at the world of sport with Mitch Scoop Cleary.
Thanks, Rollo. Well, first up tonight, we look to the VFL with Geelong's do-or-die clash this weekend with a special interview with assistant coach Paul Hood.
Well, Paul, it was a pretty tough encounter at North Port Oval last week against the reigning premiers, Port Melbourne.
It was indeed. Small ground, congested finals footy. The bodies were banging in pretty hard, but great test for young guys, a good experience for our players.
Well, you had your moments, didn't you, when you scored quite freely, and then other times frustration.
Indeed, yeah. At times our ball use was fantastic. We're really pleased with it, and other times we made some mistakes that you don't want to make in the pressure cooker finals atmosphere. So a great experience for lots of our young guys to play their first final. I think we'll bounce back from that really well.
Now, we've had Troy all mention already that you're out to Casey Fields to play a final. That in itself is a challenge, up against a Box Hill who showed incredible form last weekend.
Yeah, Box Hill are a good side. Obviously a lot of Hawthorn listed players and they're coming into form at the right time. Casey Fields will be a bit different to the North Port Oval on the weekend, and luckily we had some windy weather for training today. We'll prepare for that at the weekend, but still a good clash. And we played at Casey 3 weeks ago, played quite well in conditions similar to what we'll get in the weekend, so we still go in with a great deal of confidence that we can play well at that ground. Yes,
well, you've put the score on the board all season, but we know that finals can be a different ball game, and with players coming out of the seniors and dropping back, and that applies to all teams. Do you think there'll be much change in the side this weekend?
No, I don't think so. I think we've shown with the way we play throughout the season that we've got a good group of players that do what we want. I don't think we need to change too much. It was disappointing to have a loss, but our form line's still been pretty good, and we're pretty keen to stick with the players that have had such a good season for us.
Can you recall your record against Box Hill so far this season?
I think we only played Box Hill the one time here at Simmons Stadium. It was around about round 13. It was a tight encounter early in the game. I think we got out to about a 40-point lead after half-time and won by about the same sort of margin. So it was a pretty good performance on that day.
Well, the guys have been pretty good all year, and we hope that the fans will get behind them. I know it's a long journey out there to see the Cats in action, but this is a pretty vital game, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's a big game, you know, an elimination type final in a first semi, but it'd be great to see some fans down there. It's a really good place to watch footy from, Casey Fields. It'll be a bit windy out in the field, but in the stand it's nice and protected and a great view. It'd be great to see as many Geelong supporters down there as we can get.
Well, it's the first opportunity we've had to talk to you this season. How are you enjoying the coaching role down here at Geelong after being in local leagues for quite a while?
Yeah, I'm very, very fortunate to be able to work at such a wonderful footy club and with great tradition and terrific coaches around me, great players like Troy and Dom Gleeson to learn from as well. But to work with Matty Knights, who's so experienced, and Maxie Rook, who's such a terrific Geelong player, to work with them week by week, and then to have our AFL coaching panel on hand to support us as well. I've got one of the best jobs in the world, I think, so yeah, I love it.
You're a happy man,
yeah, absolutely.
Now we speak to Russell Robertson, coach of St Joseph's, who upset Newtown and Chewell last Saturday in the qualifying final.
Yeah, look, it really was. Sun was out today. I think that's what we were all happy about as Geelong people. And it was great to see a really big crowd to come and watch two good teams. Newtown been fantastic this year, and we knew we had to work really, really hard. Look, probably the underdogs, and we knew it. We just had a feeling about us that I just felt before the game that, you know, we're up here, we're up and about, and if we can just take that out into the ground, maybe we can forge a few goals early and roll with that confidence, and that's what we exactly were able to do. So it was very, very pleasing as a coach.
First quarter, set out 7 goals, 1. Interesting move. You've alternated Alex Simpson and Peter Street in the goal square. A successful move, particularly with Simpson taking a couple of really good grabs.
Oh, look, I'm pleased you said that. Simo was fantastic today. He's probably been down on his marking this year, and he knew it. By his own admission, he wanted to get better at it. So he's been at training, asking me what can I do to get better at the one-on-ones. Look, he's got so much size, you know, he's almost equal with Streety, and Streety is the equal tallest player to ever play in the AFL. So he's a big lump of a kid, and he's got a long way to go, and he'll be a good GFL footballer for a long time to come. I wanted, you know, more marks from him, and today to see him do that was absolutely sensational. But it's a weapon that we have, two big guys to go down to the goal square. It stretches defences. You know, if it's not working, then we just go small as well. So it's a good weapon for us.
Second and third quarter was a pretty even struggle, although your back six again playing well, midfield driving hard, and Newtown and Chewell were playing it ball for ball with you.
I think that's why it was such a good game of football for the people to watch, in that we dominated the first, they dominated the second. It was probably level pegging for the third, and we broke in the last. So you watch the whole game and you go, well, who's going to win this? You know, so you're not oh, well, it's going to go one way here. So the fans were up and about. There was a lot of cheering and just really exciting at the end there to get over the top. Those wins are worth so much. You know, I know it's a final, but those hard-fought wins at the end, they really do a lot for a team's psyche. Going forward, we've got a massive game next week, you know, to take on South Bowen, I think it is. So we just got to bottle what we had today, bottle that enthusiasm and excitement at the end, and just bring it on the following Saturday.
Thanks, Robbo. That's all from me in sport tonight. Be sure to catch us next week. But for now, it's over to you, Rollo.
Thanks, Mitch, and you have a good weekend at local footy finals, especially captaining the St Mary's Colts against Colac in the second semi-final at Cardinia Park on Sunday. Lead by example. And now a look at the Geelong Surf Coast weather expected over the next 6 days. Tomorrow, Saturday, partly cloudy with isolated showers with continued westerly winds and a top of 15 degrees. Sunday we're expecting a partly cloudy day with those westerly winds to continue, maybe a little bit lighter, a top of 18 degrees. On Monday, continuing partly cloudy with a top of 18. Tuesday, for all the midweek pennant lawn bowlers, a mostly sunny day, light winds and expect a top of 18 degrees. Wednesday will be mostly sunny with some isolated showers and a top of 21. Bring on the shorts. Thursday, cloudy with showers and possible thunderstorms late afternoon, a top of 15. Today, partly cloudy with scattered showers, some thunderstorm action and hail in some areas this morning, and then strong westerly winds continuing throughout the day. We finished with a top this afternoon of 14 degrees. Thank you for watching and tuning in to News Geelong. To George of Torquay, former king of the blue light discos. Hope the shoulder's improving your golf swing. And remember, George, take your time and smell the flowers. From the team at News Geelong, enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a safe and pleasant weekend and a very good night.